Hello, Mr. Nketia.
Yes, please, I'm here alive as well.
Okay, all right. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today to our cold email masterclass webinar. We are very happy to have you all today join us. And today we have our very own person, our dear person to us who has been leading most of our webinars, Mr. Raymond Nketia. So I would like to invite him to come and share what he has for us today. And I want us to all pay attention and listen to whatever he's going to say because I'm looking forward to learn a lot from this webinar today. And if you have any question, you can drop your question in the comment section so that after his presentation, he would answer your questions. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Nketia, you have the floor.
Okay, so good good evening once again. Glad to be here for this session as well. I'm sure Mr. Solomon will do the projection for this our templates for today as well. Um, well done to all those who have been able to follow up our series so far. We've done 3 series so far. If you have not been able to join any of them, please make time to follow up the replays. The replays are available on YouTube and also available on the Casa de Lengua website as well. So please make time to watch it. And we've done Scholarship 101, Scholarship 102. We've taken our time to explain the whole school application process and then the scholarship application process. So we are expecting that everyone should be able to know the right thing to do as well. Now, these are essential things that one needs to do to be able to excel in the school application process. As we the session on the academic CV masterclass, whereby we explained earlier this month, we explained what one needs to do to be able to put in a very top-notch academic CV. We explained that an academic CV is what you use to apply. Somebody reached out to me today, and the person was applying with a professional CV, normal CV, and it's like, oh, okay. A normal CV can sometimes get you a school admission, but it's very hard to do the very good job because the admission committee does not have all the time in the world to take their time to glance through every single thing. An academic CV projects your profile as to what you need to be able to sell out, what you need to be able to um sell out to the admission team or the professor for them to consider you as well. So if you're taking our time to explain how the academic CV is done, so if you've not watched it, please make time to watch it. Now, 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 cold emails. Someone will ask, what is this cold email? We are hearing cold emails, cold emails, cold emails. As the word says, cold email is an unsolicited email, normally unsolicited because the lecturer, the professor, is actually not expecting your email. He has not told you to send that email. But it's more like, I just want to say hi to you and tell something about me. Maybe you might think it is necessary for us to continue the conversation. Okay. So what are cold emails and why the concept of cold emails? As we said in Scholarship 101, the secret of funding is correspondence, reaching out to schools, the schools getting back to you, back and forth, all those parts. Now, don't assume that everything you see on the website is exhaustive. An example, somebody reached out to me that, oh, he sees that all the schools he's applying to are requiring IELTS. And I said, maybe you are not checking well. Because some schools, even though they might say the IELTS is a requirement, have the extra information that says that those who had had their their instruction in an English school in an English country would have the IELTS waived, the English proficiency waived. Some might also say that yes, we require GRE and GMAT, but sometimes it's not, I always say it's not every single thing that is put on the website. So don't say that, but it is there. Yes, it is there, but there are exceptions. They make exceptions because sometimes the school might say that they want a GRE requirement or a GMAT requirement, but they notice that based on the kind of profile you have applied to the school, you have a very good GPA, and then you have worked for over 5 years. With you with such an over 5 years working experience, they think that is enough for them to waive the GMAT or GRE requirements. These things you will not know until you send emails to the program coordinators and stuff like that. So people need to learn the art of clarifying information. Don't assume. We said this several times in the previous sessions that we've had. Don't assume. So now let me just put two key things. Now there's the program coordinator, who is normally the one who responds to students or all inquiries towards the program they are applying to, maybe a master's in economics or a master's in maybe electrical engineering or a master's in social work. Now, if you have any question about the program that you are not sure of, you reach out to the program coordinator. Don't just write a straightforward email. Please, I want how does somebody write an email? Oh, please, please have the template still showing. Let the template still show. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. So somebody would say that, what do you call it? I'm applying to a school, and then they want to know how to write an email to the program coordinator. A very simple email. Please, I'm applying to your school. I have a GPA of 3.0 over 4. Can do I meet requirements? I mean, yes, it's actually true that you want to know whether you meet the requirement with the 3.0 GPA. But that is too shabby. I mean, it's too scanty. And your emails tells about you. It tells about Mr. Solomon. I think maybe if not, I think I would prefer the template showing on the screen as well. So you might think that you are just asking the question. Yes, it's a question you're asking, but it's very important that you carve your email in a professional way, because sometimes there might be more information, even more than what you are asking. So if the program coordinator sees your profile, he can even say, "Oh, consider this or consider that." So don't say that this is the only question I have. So you just write a question, straightforward question. Dear program coordinator, hope this email finds you well. I have a 3.0 on the 4.0 Gmail. Do I meet requirements to apply? Thank you. That doesn't speak well about you. And people should note that sometimes the email you send to somebody might not even go to the right person. It's possible. It's possible. It's really, really possible. Sometimes the information on the website is even outdated. So maybe you might see that this particular lecturer or professor's information on the website, he's still in the department of maybe attending to master students. But surprisingly, maybe now he's actually attending to only PhD students. But if you take your time to write a well-crafted email, if he sees that you are a good student or your profile is good, he'll reply and tell you that he's copying you to who is in charge of PhD as at now or masters as at now. So let's understand that emails tell so much about us. As we said earlier on, your document or your document or documentation or application, it is you without you being there. You will not be there to defend why you wrote this or that. So make sure that every single thing you are writing will give a very good profile about you. We know in this part of our world, email culture is not part of the things that we do. I mean, yes, even though I write emails, but emails speak so much about us. So number one, the main person you might want to start your cold email to is to the program coordinator or the department chair or the head of department, based on how every school and how they want it. But if you go to I assume you want to apply to, I always use University of Iowa. You go to University of Iowa, you want to apply to maybe Masters of Social Work, go to the Master Social Work website. When you go, take your time, read whatever is on the website. You will see that most often than not, at the right side of the page or the downside of the page, they always put what we call the program contact, program coordinator, department head, program chair. That person should be your go-to person for any information that you need to correlate with. So what you would then do is that you take the person's email. You can even aside the email, then you can go to the person's profile on the school website. I'm starting from the program coordinators first before I come to the main professors as well. So what you do is that you go and see what, because most often than not, sometimes these program coordinators are also admitting students. And one of the things one of my senior guys always say is that if you are able to get the program coordinator to want to admit you, know very certainly that you have a very higher chance of getting funding because he's the chair or the coordinator. So most often than not, he will have more information about certain things that, I mean, I'm not saying the others might know, but he'll be more abreast of more current happenings at departmental level meetings and stuff like that. So don't just ignore the program coordinator. Now, if you're writing the program coordinator an email, it is similar to the cold email to the professors. Just that there are a few more questions you might ask in the program coordinator's email, which might include, are there professors in the department that are hiring? And in that school, do they need you to, how do you call it? Do they need you to reach out to professors and have the professors accept you before you can apply, because some schools have that requirement. Some schools, especially the Canadian schools, the schools in Canada would expect that for PhD and masters in research, they expect that the professor must have agreed that he's going to be a supervisor before you apply. Otherwise, if you apply, your application will not reach anywhere. But some schools like those in US, I'm not saying not all the schools in US, but some will just mean you can apply in whether the professor has accepted to be a supervisor or not. Because some of the schools, what they do is they do rotating supervisors. So they don't have a student attached to just one supervisor because they have the various parts of the lab. An example, if you're applying to a program in chemistry, some program in chemistry, they might have an organic chemistry lab, an inorganic chemistry lab, a mass spectrometry lab, various labs. So what they would want is that they would want you to rotate throughout the labs. So they will not assign you to just one. So they are looking for somebody who meets the profile. So all of these are additional questions you can ask when you are speaking to the program coordinator. And then you can ask about how is the funding process like. Do you have to apply separately for funding aside the application? Is the funding held concurrently? Is the funding going to be done afterwards? So these are other questions you can ask the program coordinator, since there are other things that you might want to know. But generally, even to your program coordinator, still apply as if you are pitching yourself to him or her. And then you add those other ones at the end. We want to clearly say this thing to everyone. Don't write your email just asking for funding, asking for funding. If you write your cold email and you're just asking for funding, it means you're actually not coming to learn. If you are coming to learn, you ask about things concerning academic work. It has been seen that when you're asking about things concerning academic work and the lecturer now has interest in you and sees that you are the kind of profile he or she would want to work with in his or her lab, that is when they would then want let you know about the funding package. Oh yes, I have funding for my student this year. This year I'm trying to I have funding for maybe one master's student, one PhD student. I think you see the profile, therefore apply. Or this year have a challenge with my funding, so maybe you can apply in the next cycle, maybe next year. Or there are other students, there are other lecturers in the department that have funding for this year. Therefore, maybe they would connect you to the person, or they see that I have funding, but this year, because none of my students is graduating, I will not have funding for a new year, but maybe I have funding for spring. I have funding for spring. So apply in spring. All of these are dynamics that will come when they see that you suit the profile. Most of our people just go and ask about funding, funding, funding. The funding is not something that is the money is just then they are dashing it. You're not dashing it just like that. There's no free lunch. The funding or the scholarships are given to people for the work they are going to do to help the department in the researches they are doing, or the teaching work, the teaching assistantship work they are going to do, and make the department be very efficient and effective. So if you suit all of this profile, that is when they are willing enough to give you that. So I repeat again, your focus should be on selling out your profile to be that if they want just 5 students for this year, you are among the top 5. If you are among the top 5, you can get the scholarship. Now, let me give a general idea about, let's say the school is admitting, maybe they are admitting 20 master students for this year. Some schools give funding for all the 20 master students. Please, the templates can still be on, okay? Yes. So they are giving the funding for all the 20 master students for this year. It's extremely important. Now, if it's that school, then good, you get it. But there are some schools they might be admitting 20 master students, but be giving the funding to just the top 5. So you are projecting yourself to be among the top 5 students that if they are giving the scholarship, the top 5, you get it. That might be the automatic scholarship. Then the other 15, you might have to go and look for other forms of scholarships, either fellowships or dean scholarship or vice chancellor scholarships or stuff, or external scholarship like Commonwealth scholarship and all other things like that. So all of these come together to help you to get the kind of fund that you want. Then Solomon, please, you can put the template on the screen as on it as well. I want people to see it, take their time to read it as I'm talking as well, because they really need to get the concept of it so that when it comes to the questions, they can be able to ask their questions as well. So now I am moving to the code email. Now, what would you do? Now, let's say you are applying to, I've talked about chemistry, I've talked about social work. I want a different area. I like to use different examples so that it doesn't become limited. So let's say you are applying to, okay, let's use, I want a course, I want a different course I've not mentioned today. Okay, let's say masters in statistics. Okay. Now, if you want to apply to masters in statistics, what you do is you go to the masters in statistics page. Let's say University of Wisconsin, let's University of California or California State University. You go to the website, go to the Masters of Statistics webpage. Go there. Some of the websites would have the faculty profile listed directly on the website. Then that one is very easy for you. Then that one you click, it will show you all the professors who are doing the Masters of Statistics for this year. The very good thing, even for some of the websites, that they even make an indication these are the ones admitting students for this cycle. Then that one is easy. You don't send across board. Now, sometimes when you go to the website, Mr. Solomon, please can you project the template for me? I really want it on the screen. Now, some of the websites, you will not see the faculty. So what you do is you need to go to the school's faculty directory. So assuming you can't have a direct access on the website, you can just type in Google faculty directory for maybe masters in statistics, University of California State University. Type it in the Google would maybe give it to you. Sometimes it might not give you that direct one. It might give you for mathematics and statistics departments. It might be cumbersome, but you need to take your time and look through one by one. You see some of the professors who are doing the masters in statistics. It's there. These are things you need to take your time to do it. If you don't take your time to how do I call it, look through, you will not get what you want. Now somebody says, I have sent code email, I've not gotten a response. Maybe you are not doing it well. Now, don't say that because all the professors in statistics, there are 10 professors in statistics, you're going to send a cold email to all the 10. No. Look for those whose research interest matches with yours. Look for those whose research interest matches with yours. Take your time and read. This might be doing something about statistics, which normally if they are 10, about 4 would suit your research interest, because they are much more concerned about alignment than somebody just writing something. And what also happens is that if they notice that you are writing an email to other professors, sometimes they have their own meetings and communications, they will ignore you. I mean, this question is worrying all of us. Sometimes it becomes a burden to them. So rather take your time, and then look through. You'll find 3 or 4 that's research interests you. Then what you do is that make sure that the academic CV you send to each professor is different. And actually explain an academic CV in the previous session the last time. What you do is that look for your own general academic research interest, and then take some of the professor's own that aligns with what you have and add it. Don't use the same academic CV for all. So anytime you are applying to any professor, kindly edit it a bit. Just a slight editing. Normally, if you did a very good academic CV, every other thing will stay the same, but the research interest would slightly change to suit a professor you are writing to. So professors want people who would be easy for them to work in their lab, so that they don't have to now retrain you. They want people that is easier for them to train you. Just polish your skills, and then you are good to go in their lab as well. So I'm taking my time to emphasize the cold email. It is not a rush thing. You need to take your time to do it. If you take your time and do it very well, like how I think last week I shared some articles on cold emails, and one of them was our one guy in Australia who had sent about 47 cold emails, and he said he was just sending. But when he took his time to do the alignment, try to create the send cold emails for professors whose research interest is aligned to him. 4 of them responded. Out of the 4, two gave him a very good response. He did a pre-interview with. They were happy with his responses. They saw that he was fit for the profile. Boom, got a scholarship. Now doing his PhD in Australia. All because he now took his time to make sure that the alignment of the research interest, taking his time to write a well-crafted cold email, was what made the professor respond, and then they were good to go. Solomon, please, I want to move into the session, so please, can I have the template showing? Now, if you send a cold email, sometimes the professor might not respond after some time, because sometimes they are overwhelmed with a lot of work at a point in time. So normally we say that if you send a cold email and after 2 weeks, maximum of 2 weeks, you've not gotten a response from a professor, you can send a follow-up email. Follow-up email is very simple. Hello, professor, this and that and that. I'm following up on my earlier email on this date. That, and I'll be glad if I could get a response so that I can know how to proceed in my application and stuff. Like a very simple email, just a follow-up email. And then normally, if they don't respond the first one, the follow-up, they might respond. Normally, I'm not saying it's a sure banker. If still after your follow-up, you can wait another 2 weeks and reply and do another one. If it doesn't, leave it like that. Don't force it. Some of us are not courteous in our emails. If you are not courteous in your email, you'll be red flagged. And it might even tell another professor in the department not to mind you. Now, Solomon, please, I'm waiting for the template, because I really want to talk about the main thing. So now, normally your introduction should be dear, then use the proper title. So dear, if the professor is a doctor, some are professors, some are doctors. Normally, associate professors, according to if you are using the US scale list, are doctors, and the ones that are called full professors are the one professors. So if you are not sure, take your time and check their profile, or go to the website and see, are they addressed as professors or doctors. Don't make a mistake in your first line. Dear doctor, this, hello. No, take your time, dear doctor, that or that, like that. Mr. Solomon, please, I need a template so that I can read, I can explain that. But so normally as the template is not in now, I'll still explain since I know what we're talking about. So, dear professor, this, or dear doctor Amamansa or Kojo Menu, hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to express my interest in the Masters in Statistics program at California State University. I have I am interested in joining your. I am expressing my interest to join your lab. Then you mentioned that what is like some of the labs have a particular name, so maybe Kojo Mensah's lab or or AI statistics lab. Then what do you do? Introduce your profile. I have a bachelor's in statistics or mathematics from the University of Ghana. Have a 4 years working experience working as a statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service. Talk about that one as well, and then talk about some of the things you have done quickly in a very summary. Because what we have also been being told now is that we have a lot of emails coming their way. So try and summarize it straightforward to the point. So you talk about who you are, what you have done in your profile. Then now talk about the professor's research. I've seen you are doing research in statistics with applications to maybe health, or statistics in application to AI, and I'm enthused about this research you are doing. And then talk about key findings in their research, so you don't just jump. So you might have to go and read. No, we normally say go and read the professor's last 2 or 3 research work. Read it. Don't jump. Take your time and read it. You'll find something that is telling, that will show that you have read it. If you read the research, you will see something that shows that yes, you can able to quote something about the methodology that they use, something about the key findings or stuff like that, some recommendations they made. Yes, I like the recommendations you've made about how we can apply statistics to AI usage in this era. And I'm based on my working experience in the Ghana Statistical Service. I have that kind of experience. They're also looking at how to explore statistics applications in AI. So you need to do the connection. If you're able to do the connection between your experiences or your skills and what the lab is doing, good, game changer, you have done it. So that is when you need to brainstorm. You need to take your time to do the brainstorming. Brainstorm very well. Try and find how you can do a good linkage. If you're able to do the good linkage, then talk about future projects. Sometimes you see that the professor has gotten a grant. So a grant for a new project. He's looking for people for a new project. Talk about yes, how relevant your skills are relevant to the new project. I like the project they are looking for it to. These are the skills I bring on board. I've done some publications in this. I have some publications in this. I've attended some workshops. So you might have attended some workshops, statistics, and then talk about the key statements or key pointers by presenters in the workshop. It shows that when you go for programs, you are serious. Don't only talk about yourself. Sometimes we talk about too much about ourselves. They are tired about reading about our story. How are you? What value are you bringing to the professor's lab? So you talk about um what how I mean all of these things as well. Then you you can what do you talk about? Talk about the methodology that he's talking about. Maybe he's using the quantitative method. You can talk about is there any plan for you to look at qualitative methods? Because I'm also seeing that based on the research you did, you could also look at the qualitative aspects of this part of work. Sell yourself. Let the professor see that unim dia I'm speaking. You're making me make it speak free. It's part of it. So if you're able to project yourself to be that, because professors sometimes people say that I might not have published anything. Yes, you might not have published, but when you ask critical questions as a researcher to the professor's work that he has done, you're not criticizing the work, but let him think. He'll be like, wow, this is somebody I like, because professors like people who think outside the box. They don't want people they are going to spoon feed. If you're able to put all of these together, then you sell out yourself, you are good to go. Mr. Solomon, please, I'm actually waiting for the template, because I really want to hammer some key things there. So the cold email is you selling out yourself, selling out your work experiences, your skills that are relevant for the program that is being done there. If you're focused on applying for a teaching assistant, then talk about courses you might have taught. If you might have not taught, you might have even been a group leader, but study group. How have you been a study group leader? Help to improve all the members in your study group. All of these things are done. It should be concise, straight to the point, like the template that had been on the screen. for the mass part of the webinar so far. And then when you have done all of these things, showing very clearly and very well, the professor would be interested to get to know you. Sometimes they might say, okay, yes, good. I think you see the profile you're looking for. Apply to the program. And then maybe quote me. So it mean, or mention my name. So it means that in your SOP, when you are writing your SOP, which will come to SOP late in the subsequent webinars that we'll have, you mention the professor's name, maybe Professor Kojo Mansa or Professor Amamenu. I research in this and this. I'm interested to work in that as well. Some of the professors will say, oh, yes, can I meet you to have a discussion with you? Boom, that is, don't go me. You've hit the jackpot. If a professor says he wants to meet you, then it means that you're actually suiting the kind of profile he or she wants to apply. They've seen people write very, very, very nice English, but they are not who they say they are, because we are even in the era of AI. People can even use AI to get a very good cold email as well. So when they want to meet you, we'll do the interview preparation too as well. You need to prepare very well as well. But all of these things start with cold email. If you really want to excel in the grad school applications, the cold emails are an essential part of the scholarship application process that you need to do. And if you take your time and do it well, there are a lot of templates in the system. Somebody saying, I want a template for my course. You will not get a template for your course. Nobody will sit down to write for your course for you. You are you've completed school. Take your time and brainstorm and use the template that is there for somebody's course and think through and use it to write yours. You will not, if you want to be spoon-fed, when you get to the grad school, you struggle. There are a lot of things we need to brainstorm. Otherwise, the professors will be tired of seeing the same kind of templates. Everybody's own the same. They'll ask, why Ghana? Is it only one kind of cold emails that we know? No. Ghana, Nigeria, no. So please, people should learn how to brainstorm to write these things as well. So that is it on the cold email. That is on the cold emails that we need to know as well. I don't know if there's any question that is showing in from their end as well. Then when you are done, you put your then at the end of your cold email, always write you have attached your CV. Always attach your CV, your transcript for the perusal, and is it the opportunity for you to connect to speak to discuss about the professor's research and stuff like that. And you give your conclusion remarks and in conclusion salutation, that is best regards, and mention your name, write your name in full of prospective students for this as well, and then that is it. I don't know what if they're telling from the IT team, because I'm not getting the template as well, but that is what the code email is. So those who are watching on the replay, you can take your time. The template was there. You look through and then edit it to suit your profile, and then you are good to go. I don't know if there's any question from the end of the IT team, but that is how a cold email should be. You take your time to do it.
Is that Ketia?
Yes, please.
Would you still want us to project?
Yes, you can project it. If you can project it.
Okay.
If that's it. But
Okay.
if there are any questions as well, you can project it. While I answer your question, I can hammer. Otherwise, you can end it since it was on the screen earlier from the earlier part of the session.
So let me.
It is the only global parliamentary association. We have the Commonwealth, which is just the Commonwealth countries.
I mean, do the background research on the professor, the profile, and take your time and write the code email to suit whatever the kind of student he or she is looking for. Definitely by God's grace, you can get a response and you are good to go as well. And please know, sometimes you might be the best, you might not get a response because maybe they might not have opportunities at now. Don't be perturbed. Continue writing. Just one or two is enough to sort out all the difficult ones that you've written without no responses. As I said, somebody was 47, and just the 4 that he got the responses from, 2 of them got him the full scholarship that it was enough for him to go and then do his program. So continue, and you ask your persist, you are good to go as well. So Thanks once again to Casa de Lunga for this opportunity for this study abroad series that we are doing. And it's a very massive job that we are doing. And I really want to thank Mrs. Donuki for this great work that she's doing and the team. Thumbs up to them. They want to educate people. If you want scholarship applications, guidance, and applications being done, contact the team. We are ready to help in one way or the other, and you are good to go. You'll continue the webinar series as well as we enter November. As we promised that from now to the end of the year, we are doing it to help people. But if you want scholarship applications as well, you are good to go. Ms. Donike will give a closing remarks as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nketia. That was very, very insightful. Please, if you have a question on cold emails, please feel free to reach out to us. You can send us an email via support@casadelengua.com, and we are going to respond to that. Or you can visit us or send us a message on our social media handles. Or you can send us, and sorry, we lost you. Or you can send us a message on any of our social media handles. And if this is the first time you are watching our webinars, we have scholarship webinars twice every month. So please stay tuned, and trust me, you're going to learn a lot from this webinars. Also, we also do IELTS webinars. So if you want to study or work abroad, please feel free to watch our IELTS webinars to know what is required if you want to take the exams. We are also we also do translation and then offer interpretation services. If you want to learn another language, please feel free to contact us. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Bisankitia.
You're welcome. Bless you. God bless you too.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
God bless you. You are most welcome.